Hello and welcome, my defenders of the Snail Lord. It's SJB here, and we are doing a bow strat today. So, real quick lowdown here is I wanted to try this really weird strategy, and to be honest, I'm playing on a relatively easy map here because I don't know that this is going to work. I've never done it before. I'm kind of like a little bit afraid of it, but what I want to do is I'm going to try to get a bottom path dart monkey loadout, crossbow master in particular, with a bunch of sharpshooters and crossbows. Okay, kind of merged together here. But we're going to combine that together with one other tower that I think is often underestimated with this combo. But it's weird. A PermaBow. This is a $65,000 tower, man. Plus previous upgrades. It's expensive as crap. But if you can get it, I mean, every single tower pretty much in the entire game is going to get buffed here, which is kind of insanity. So that's the strat. In addition, we're going to be telling you guys some fun story stuff here. I'll admit that it's not going to be as ridiculous and as fun as my tipping gay naked men story from the other day, but, you know, they all can't be winners, okay, or bangers or whatever. Also, my jaw's still messed up, so if you hear me, like, you know, lisping my words or whatever, I'm sorry. It's definitely me being an idiot. Anyways, yeah, we're going to get this crossbow going, and honestly, he's going to be pretty good for a really long time here. It's actually a really good combo, by the way. Crossbow, Quincy combo. Delish. So right from the get-go, we're able to squeeze out a sharpshooter early on in the game, which is kind of cool. I'll admit it. That means we got crit shots already, some decent Moa popping power, and of course, we can snipe through with our slightly bigger range here before the balloons, before Quincy ends up actually hitting them most of the time. Most of the time being key there. We also have cam detection, but we do not have good lead popping power yet. Eventually, we will get it with the exploding arrows here, but we don't have enough. So let's not waste any money by going for our elk. Now, I want my elk to be on Quincy more than I want them to be on my crossbow master or my sharpshooter for now. So we're going to put him closer to this area and then also closer to the front of the map so he can hit my lead balloons. Of course, later on, Quincy will have some lead popping power so they can kind of work together here, but for now, we definitely need that to work for ourselves. As it turns out, archers are pretty powerful. Look at this, man. We've got 3 weird towers here combined together, and they are straight up dominating. So far. Uh-oh, lead balloons trying to get through here. We got some balloons in the back. 37 first round. That's actually a little tricky. But we haven't even had to use Quincy's ability yet. And, of course, I have money up the wazoo over here. My question was, do I go for the 4-2 elk first, or do I just try to save up for a crossbow master? And at this point, I have not decided yet. But I'm thinking I would like it to be a crossbow master. And if not, just a 3rd-tier elk. You know, like, really try to, like, force that money going. But I need, obviously, both these guys to go up as fast as possible. And if I get the crossbow master, I can know that I can start getting this thing flowing before I even force myself to get a village on everything. Now, the big problem here is really going to be the Moab. All right, this is a Moab right here. We got to get a couple crit shots on this thing. We could get him. We get a 1 crit shot. Okay, not bad. That's a good amount of damage here. We're going to have to for sure use Quincy's ability. Kablamo, Quincy's ability. Oh, we get it! We even took down the Moab. I don't know how much longer this is going to last, guys. This feels like a pipe dream. I should not have 13 grand with these towers here. It's kind of weird. Oh, you feeling generous today? You feeling oh so generous? You want to just feel so generous? You want to use my credit support code? Well, thank you. Thank you for that. It does mean a lot to me. Appreciate you guys. Oh my god, we're so close. This is going to be the hard part, though. Like, the actual hardest part of the entire thing is, can we survive the last few $1,000s of crossbow master money? I do have abilities ready to go, and honestly, Quincy's almost level 10 too. Would be straight up crazy if it could make this happen. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna happen yet. Elk, not quite enough there. Uh-oh, elk on the flip side, we make it happen. All right, we got a tough round here, though. We need some crit shots to actually do damage here. What? Oh, no! That was our first loss on round 46. All right, do we push it? Did we try with a quick Quincy ability? Kablamo. Quick Quincy ability. Yes. But now, oh, we're not going to be around 47. There's no freaking way. All right, let's at least get the Berserker Brew here. Oh, I wasted it, man. And that's still not enough. Oh, gosh. All right, let's try one more time before I officially give up here. I don't feel like I can micro through this either. Like, I can't do anything really, really wild. But maybe we'll get lucky with a crit shot or something.
Wake up.
All right, we got to go full-on 4th-tier elk. It's unfortunate. I kind of knew it was coming, but, you know, it is what it is. That is going to change the game, though, and we will survive. The question is, can we survive now? into the crossbow master. Oh, pretty easily, actually. Boom. Crossbow master, bro. Round 49. Ugh. Now, if I want to get a ton of extra popping power here, we got to get rid of this thing. Okay, but again, I really want to, like, try to push it, and I'm really playing crazily here. I want to see if I can get this guy going, so at this point, it's all about saving some money. I'll be back when we have a bit more money and we're fighting some more difficult rounds, and I'll start my story up. Even round 75 is going to go down. Holy crap, we got this going good for ourselves. With no abilities, by the way. 76, you know what? I'm curious. Can we do it? This one's going to be close. Closer than I'd like it to be. Yes, with no abilities, we do it again. All right, so don't forget, Quincy keeps on getting stronger. Okay, just every single level, if he's getting out, he keeps on getting stronger and stronger. So we get a chance, even though we're like cut close on 76, 77, if we use our abilities properly, we can still maybe go for a straight up PermaBow at this point in the game, which is wild. Now after that, again, don't forget that I'm not going to just stop. I want to start spamming. You could spam anything, don't get me wrong, but I wanted to try spamming a lot of bow stuff. All right, first of all, Quincy ability, 77, looking good-ish, good enough. Yes, 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 a little scary, but we handle it. All right, so back to my story. If you guys don't know, I went on a pretty long road trip with my wife to a basically bachelorette party kind of situation, and you know, I'm just gonna use it. I don't want to lose stupidly. And we went on a pretty long journey. We started at Niagara Falls, which we went to the Embassy Suites in Niagara Falls, which was, I think, the tallest hotel in the area, which was kind of cool. Unfortunately, we didn't go to a super duper duper high room or anything like that. We were only on floor 14, I think. But it was actually a very pretty and pretty much perfect view, if you ask me. We walked to the hotel, walked inside of the hotel room, and first thing I do is I just decide to open up the curtains, and BAM! It's just right there, right in front of your face. Now, I hadn't seen it yet, so it was kind of cool just to walk up there, walk to your room, not even think about Niagara Falls, and then just boom, right there in all this mighty glory. Bajillions of gallons of water. Oh, I don't actually know how much. I was actually trying to like do some guesses on like how many gallons of water pour over the falls every single second, for example. If I had to guess, and I have not looked this up yet, but if I had to guess, I'd just go with like maybe like 100,000 gallons or something like that. Like, it's a lot of water all over the place. I couldn't say a million, but you know what? Maybe every second though. Every second. Here we go. 79. We are so close here already, boys. So close. Now, this is amazing because the PermaBow, when it finally does work, it's going to buff Quincy even more by a lot. And then, of course, the Crossbow Master, he was getting buffed a little bit at this point, but not much. He's going to get buffed a lot as well. All right, here we go. We got this Oh My God layer we got to take down. Because we're playing it pretty tight here, I'm still going to try to not use my second ability here unless I need it. Looks pretty good, though. And we do survive. PermaBow is $600 away. Oh. Can you believe that a 3-tower strategy is doing so well? I mean, I know there's like 2-tower chimp strats that can work, but this is a goofy one. You know, this is a weird strategy. All right, anyways, they are officially here and buffed, and I'm kind of just curious, like, how long can they survive on their own before I start building stuff, supporting them in some way, and then if I end up getting just some crossbows, is that gonna be enough? Will crit shotting with PermaBow actually do tons of extra damage? Question. I, again, truly do not know the answer to that. And then the other thing, of course, we want to get here is because we're doing all of that combo, I need a village at some point. Don't know when or how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to need one at some point. We went to Niagara Falls, we went to the hotel room and everything. It was beautiful. I'll be honest with you guys, for people who got 3-day, 4-day vacations to go to Niagara Falls, I feel bad for you. It's not worth it. We were there for approximately 24 hours or so. Give or take. And I felt like that was more than enough time. That was more than enough time to go to Niagara Falls multiple times, kind of look at the falls, look at everything. I mean, it's pretty, don't get me wrong. But it's just like when I think about going to the Grand Canyon or a lot of sightseeing places, sometimes there's actually stuff to do and a lot of stuff to look at. Sometimes it's there's just one thing. And you can only be in so much awe and mesmerized for so long before you're like, I'm used to it now. It's just normal. It's normal for me now. And don't forget, we got PermaBow, but Quincy's only going to keep on getting stronger every single round. We're going to be leveling up. Well, every single round we're getting experience, but every other round we're going to be leveling up here and getting even stronger. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. Let's do this. Let's go kablamo. Let's go kabloop blop blibbity bloop. And then I don't need radar scanner at all, so we're just gonna go for a couple more dart monkeys, just kind of all across the board here. I don't want to do anything too fancy. Just a couple of them. Is that a couple? I want to make sure I'm in range of the PermaBow too. You know, I don't want to like waste any of that because he does have a pretty large range, but it's not. Oh, he can't get PermaBow. Oh yes, he can. Okay, we're good. And we're gonna go for a bunch of bottom paths. So we're gonna start off with just crossbows because you get usually more bonuses from lower tier towers, basically. I know that seems silly, but it's just kind of the way it is. And of course, we want the crit shots and everything, but are they important enough to pay $2,000 for them? I don't know. So, we're doing some okay damage here. I mean, this is not nothing for the amount of money you're spending. We're only spending about $1,000 on these guys. Heck yeah, dude. Let's get a couple more. Why not? And we're getting those buffs out of the village as well, so I'll take it. All right, keep them going, keep them flowing. We're actually kind of running out of room at this point, though. It's kind of the biggest issue. All right, it's a pretty good spot here, pretty good spot over here as well. These guys are all getting buffed. We're going to go for some more crossbows. All right, now, I'll admit it. This part of the strategy is probably the part that I'm most curious to see if it's going to work. I truly don't know. I mean, it could just start to fail very, very soon. Or we can start to realize that this is like the new epic, amazing strategy, because these guys are not doing half bad. Like at all. Oh, DDTs! So that could be a problem. Quincy doesn't technically have good lead pocket power. These guys don't have automatic lead pocket power either. But with the Elk play, it should allow us to pop the DDTs no problem. Yes, it does. Holy crap, dude! That's impressive. So anyways, Niagara Falls. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna say that I recommend it, but I don't not recommend it. Let's put it that way. It's a good thing to see one time in your life, just for a day or a couple hours or whatever. The other thing that was interesting to me is I'd never crossed the border before, so that was my first time ever out of the country. I've always lived in the United States. I've never left ever. And for the first time ever, I was leaving. And to be honest, Canada is basically just the United States kind of 2.0. There's really nothing different there. People still speak the same language. There's literally the only thing that changed is gas becomes liters, and you have to pay with the Canadian dollar instead of the US dollar. But the funny thing about that is that in Niagara Falls, pretty much everything is already US related anyways, because they just know people are going to come from the US to go up there. So it's kind of stupid and irrelevant anyways. But yeah, pretty much United States 2.0, to say the least. Oh my god, we just got to level 20 with Quincy. There's no way we lose! Straight up, I don't think I need to build anything else, and I think we're going to beat the rest of the game. But I am curious to see. I can't guarantee it. Can't say for sure, but I'm definitely curious to see. DDTs, minor issues here, but check this out. Want to use that ability. It's freaking ridiculous. The second thing that was kind of interesting on our trip here was that we got, when we rented a house, so this is a weird one for me because I don't want to like bash anybody or anything like that, but when I plan camping and or cabin trips for me and my friends pretty much every year. I've done all the verboing or the Airbnb-ing or the whatevering to like make sure we're getting a decent deal and a decent house and making sure that everybody's reasonably comfortable. But oddly enough, I had no say in planning this trip, so it's just kind of go with the flow, see what happens, and we get to the house, and it turns out that it was built in 1826 or something. It was a 200-year-old house. Oh my god, you just walk in the front door, and the first thing that hits you is just 100% humidity inside of the house. 100%, just blast you. I'm like, well, that can't be good, man. Whenever there's that much humidity, you're probably thinking, like, maybe there's some, like, mold and stuff. Guaranteed, there's freaking mold everywhere in that house, man. Probably just eating it alive at this point. But the cool thing is there was 5 bedrooms for the 5. There was 8 people there, but 3 couples. So it worked out that everybody got their own room, basically. And it was also not only 100% humidity in there, but there was no air conditioning either. None. Like there was no, like, box unit in the window or something like that. They were just gone forever. Didn't exist. Couldn't do anything about it. So it was about 80 degrees, 100% humidity in there, and it was the most uncomfortable feeling that I've ever been. It's like, if it's outside, you're just like, okay, that's fine. I understand. Outside is outside. It is what it is. Can't really do too much about it. And if you're really, really, really hot, you just go inside. So I don't want to say that I'm a schnob, but I definitely have gotten used to air conditioning in my life. Okay. I used to work at a garden center, by the way, and it used to get so hot there. I'm talking about 100 degrees during summer, and I totally just powered through it. And of course, if you ever went inside of a greenhouse, it was about 5 to 10 degrees hotter in there, and then there was less airflow too, so you got even hotter inside there. So on a 100-degree day, if you went in the greenhouse, we're talking about, you know, 110-ish degrees. Got pretty wild. Here we go. We're going to go for some arrows just because we're kind of in the middle of all this. I don't know, man. This could be our first issue. It's going to have to be a slow takedown for sure, and you can see with our accuracy we're doing all right, but we're starting to chase here. Ooh, it's not looking too great. Quincy ability. Round 98, can he hang on for us with 50 grand left over? Oh my god, he's alive so far. Not over yet. Still a lot of balloons we got to take down. That's a nice slow dripping. Drip on me. We got some arrows left over as well. Oh my freaking god, we did it. Can we take down round 99 as well? I'm just curious. So anyways, the house was not very nice. Just to be honest here. It's not very nice. It's quite awful, actually. A pretty rough time trying to be excited for the trip because of the house there. But it is what it is. We definitely survived. It cooled off at night a little bit. But we were lucky because it was like 84, 85 degrees outside. It wasn't like, you know, 100 or 95 or something. I don't know if we would have been able to survive then. Straight up don't know. Either which way, the last thing on the trip, which is the worst way to end, by the way. We're on our way home. We're driving a 15-hour ride from 6 o'clock in the morning till about, what was it? Like 9 at night. And, ooh, I think we're going to try to do it anyways. Sketch. Scary. I don't know, bro. This could be our problem. DDT's in the backpack here without a Quincy ability active. Unless, ooh, this could work out perfectly. Don't pop it. Don't pop it. We'll wait for it to come back. It could go slow. We'll finish our, yes. We'll finish our story anyways. Look at the range on these guys, by the way. It's so freaking ridiculous. So, what was I talking about? Oh, we're on a ride home. We're about 2 hours from getting home. And there's like an accident up in front of us. We're like, oh, dang, what the heck's going on? So we see like a van pulled up on the left. We see a truck driver sitting down with his head like down, kind of like head hanging low. And I was like, ooh, this doesn't look good. And we pull up next to the guardrail. I'm like, ooh, yeah, there's like some debris and stuff. Like, what's going on with all this debris over here? And yeah, that's when I see it. There was a guy literally wrapped around the guardrail. And he was 100% dead at that point. Just completely lifeless and gray. It was a terrible way to end the video, but be careful on your motorcycles, guys. It can happen just like that. I don't know if he was speeding. I don't know if he was going in between lanes. I don't know if somebody else was just stupid, but you know what? If somebody else is stupid in a car, usually you get a little fender bender or something like that, or you know, you get a crash happening. It happens on a motorcycle. It can be over like that. Be careful out there, guys. It was, it honestly freaked me out a little bit. You know, it's just like, it can happen to anybody at any time. Yeah, it can, and that's not good. So, if you're impressed with this cool looking, you know, $60,000 leftover strategy at the end of this game here, press the like button. You know, this is pretty cool. Bows are good, PermaBow is good, and, I like the combo. 1 million pops with a crossbow, by the way. Quincy still only had about 500,000, which is a little lower than I would have expected, to be honest, but for the price that we're paying, very, very fair. Anyways, again, if you guys enjoyed, press the like button, subscribe, and have a super duper delicious day.